all of these spending cuts potentially leading to a recession. Now there's new growth worries. As you know, markets were down sharply yesterday on the tariffs and on this idea that all this cuts happening could, in fact, induce a recession.
In this video, Tim Miller of the Bulwark takes a look at some clips of Maria Bartiromo of Fox talking about the economic hit, the stock market, the projections that are coming directly out of Trump's recent machinations with our economy. And I think it's really interesting to think about this stuff right now because a large part of the wind under Donald Trump's wings are the very wealthy. So changes like this, when the economy starts to tank, when the stock market starts to tank, that is hitting them in the wallet where they pay acute attention. And I think it's when everything's sunny and everybody's rich, it's easy to focus on, trans issues and hot button, social wars, culture wars kind of things. But once everybody's wealth starts to take a hit, the tune starts changing a little bit. Anyway, let's jump in with Tim Miller. I'll have some thoughts as we go, and then I want to know what you think of the comments.
Hey guys, it's Tim Miller from the Bulwark. There's been a surprising person that has been blinking a flashing red light, warning people in the Fox News, MAGA, conservative media industrial complex that things aren't as good as they might want them to be, particularly when it comes to the economy. That person is Maria Bartiromo. Maria, who lost her mind during 2020 and was one of the bigger pushers of the big lie after Donald Trump lost, seems to still have at least a partial keyword here, partial contact with reality based on some of the interviews that she's been doing over the past few days. She spoke to Donald Trump this morning, asked about the recession, but here's a couple of clips of Maria earlier in the week.
Worried about all of these spending cuts potentially leading to a recession. Now there's new growth worries. As you know, markets were down sharply yesterday on the tariffs and on this idea that all this cuts happening could, in fact, induce a recession. Now we're expecting a contraction in the first quarter. Joel, Lindsay Group came out with a report a couple of weeks ago that I've mentioned a few times. Can Doge induce a recession? No, it can't. Okay, you're not going to get a recession just from Doge. Now, there are other things that have happened in this economy with this slowdown. We could see a recession, but it's not going to happen just because they're cutting waste and abuse out of this government, Joel. By the way, that's why I said earlier it would be Biden's recession. And I know the haters out there will slam me later.
Okay, so you see, she's calling it the Biden recession, which is like eye rolly, and then, defending herself. You got to give the, put the cough medicine down with a spoonful of sugar, and the spoonful of sugar is going to be trying to blame Dementia Joe on the economy, which I just don't think is going to land for anybody that is not a, fully lobotomized MAGA supporter, which is a decent number of them, but there are at least some other ones who have not got the full lobotomy, maybe only the half. So that's Maria warning about the recession, asking Congressman about the recession, talking about it on her show. And here she is asking the question directly to Donald Trump.
Because there are rising worries about a slowdown. You've got the Atlanta Federal Reserve saying we're going to have a contraction in the first quarter. Look, I know that you inherited a mess, and you said that the other night. I've only been here, but are you expecting a recession this year?
I hate to predict things like that. There is a period of transition because what we're doing is very big. We're bringing wealth back to America. That's a big thing. And there are always periods of, it takes a little time. But I think it should be great for us. I think it should be great.
Not exactly a confident answer there. No, where is the braggadocio? Where is this is the greatest economy in the world? Where is this is the best? Donald Trump is the best. You're missing a lot of that.
That's exactly right. Because, almost everything Trump says is either a hype, a lie, or it's both, right? He's quick to take a victory lap when some good thing falls in his lap and he gets to claim that, as a broken clock, he's not right just twice a day, but he's always right about everything. In this case, it really looks like this guy is starting to sweat because, again, the people that he had kowtowing at his thing, giving $1 million for his inauguration, the money, the billionaire class, they are feeling this, right? Their money is involved now, and it is taking a hit. And, I think there's probably some backroom conversations going on right here that come down to, what the hell are you doing, man? Like, what's the plan? And, the truth is, with Trump, there's no plan. There's never been a plan. I think he's got Project 2025 people now trying to tell him what to do. He's got Vladimir Putin giving him advice. He's got advice he's got white nationalists giving him advice, and he's being pulled in a bunch of different directions. Somewhere, somebody along the way said, hey, and it feels like Putin to me, honestly, who benefits from the American economy tanking? Not Americans, not American billionaires, right? Our adversaries do. And, I don't think that some of the smaller countries really have much of a difference other than chortling behind their hand. But Vladimir Putin has a direct interest in it. So I don't know. Who am I? I'm just some guy with an opinion, hardly an expert. Anyway, let's get back to Tim Miller.
You hate to predict things, but there's a period of transition. Did that come up during the campaign, this period of transition? I guess I remember Elon mentioning something like this once, but I don't remember Trump talking about that. That is a bearish sign for things. If this is something that Trump doesn't even feel like that he can spin right now, it is reminiscent of, when he started to change his tune on COVID, really. But there was another back and forth in the interview that I think was also interesting.
Before you came into the Oval Office the first time, you were a very successful businessman, very successful real estate executive. And a lot of people said, oh, this is the business president. This is it. He's watching the stock market. He knows all about, he doesn't want the market to go down. And now we've got tariffs and the market has been going down.
Well, not much. In all fairness.
You said, look, we're going to have a disruption, but we're okay with that. Is that what you meant? The stock market going down was the disruption? What other disruption were you alluding to?
Look, what I have to do is build a strong country. You can't really watch the stock market. If you look at China, they have a 100-year perspective. We have a quarter. We go by quarters.
That's true.
And you can't go by that. You have to do what's right. What we're doing is we're building a tremendous foundation for the future. Tremendous foundation.
Who knows? I guess you don't have to hand it to Maria, but in this case, I think you do, because she is just asking him the direct questions. The market is down, and Trump is dismissive. Oh, a little bit. And then again, tries to go with this spin about how we need to think like China in centuries. I'm sorry. Like, Donald Trump is the most instant gratification person in all of our politics. Like, if you had, some deep thinker who was running for office talking about how we needed to think about the battle with China in centuries. Okay, I'll listen to that argument that we are being unwise to focus on quarter-to-quarter returns. But for Donald Trump to make that argument, preposterous. This is someone that is flailing. This is someone that is very concerned that the market is going down, that he doesn't have any levers to pull. And it's something we've been talking about on the podcast, and it's interesting that it bleeded into Fox Business World. So there you have it. Maria Bartiromo. Surprises abound in Donald Trump's America.
True that. I'm already exhausted by it, quite frankly. Absolutely sick and tired of it and exhausted by it. Let me know what you think in the comments.